Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am Mick Alphanim. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate that. And if you could, please click that like button, turn it into a rocket and send it to the moon. So I'm on medium.com. They have an article here that is about researching the mathematics behind the Stellar Consensus Protocol. It is written by Andre Gall. It was released June 16th. It's a very, very good read. But I want to scroll down here to this section. It's very interesting. And it's about decentralization of Stellar. All right. So let's scroll down here for one moment. And it's titled, this paragraph, Centrality of Nodes. An essential question about the FBAs is whether the individual and hence decentralized trust decisions of the nodes lead to a network that overall can also be characterized as decentralized. Now, why is that important? Number one, it's important because it makes Stellar very tempting to banks to have a decentralized and very accessible and transparent network that they can utilize, in addition to all of the other factors that are beneficial to them by utilizing the Stellar protocol. However, also, this addresses one of the reasons. I saw this comment a lot on a lot of comment sections from a lot of different YouTubers as to why Stellar doesn't have to worry about the SEC and a case being brought against them as opposed to XRP, when it has been stated clearly that Stellar is sufficiently decentralized. Now we're going to get into that a little bit to show you how it is decentralized. So here we go. The level of decentralization in networks can be assessed using centrality measures, which we studied for the FBAs. Centrality measures are well established for networks that are represented by graphs or hypergraphs. We have applied the ideas from this area, in particular, eigenvector and subgraph centrality, to obtain centralities based on the trust graph as well as the quorum structure of an FBAS. These centralities have some disadvantages since both representations are significant simplifications of the actual FBAS. We also introduced an FBAS specific centrality based on the intactness of nodes. The idea of the intactness based centrality is that a node should be central when its ill-behavedness leads to befoulness of many other central nodes. This centrality suffers from the NP completeness of the computational problem, but usually gives more refined information than the other two approaches. Moreover, the results from our analysis show that the Stellar network evolved towards decentralization between 2019 and 2020 by reshaping the greatest SCC top tier. Okay, so this is how they went about deducing that the Stellar network is sufficiently decentralized. Hence, yes, central banks are still going to wait on regulatory clarity. However, Stellar has a less of a, has to worry about an SEC case coming against them less than others because they are sufficiently decentralized and can prove it. So that's one of the reasons why they don't have to worry about something like that, although they have so many other regulatory bodies that they have to combat, like FinCEN, FATFA, and still they have to keep close communications with the SEC, of course, and report to them and communicate with them, just like XRP and Ripple were doing. All right, so I mean, you can sell your Stellar if you want. I'm buying. All right, you can sell it, plunge that price down a little bit more. I'm buying, but those are the facts there. It does not change anything. It does not change the fact that Stellar is going to be utilized by banks and nations, right, for national currencies, central bank digital currencies. I don't know why anyone would not want to make lots and lots of money once we have regulatory clarity. I do not see XRP and XLM as competitors, but as systems that flow into each other with interoperability. As CEO of Stellar Foundation, Danelle Dixon has told you, as Brad Garlinghouse has told you, interoperability. Silvio Macaulay of Algorand has told you, interoperability. So the CEOs are telling everyone, listen, we're working together. We're not enemies. We're not competitors. And as I often have told you, there is enough money to go around. All right. Everyone is stronger together and millions will be made, stand to be made, as long as we get regulatory clarity and we can combat some of these other regulatory bodies and bring them to the table and continue to work with them. Everything should continue to go according to plan. So that was on medium.com/stellar-community. The price right now of Stellar is sitting at 26 cents. Now the price has been fluctuating. Went up. It was down to what, like 21 cents, something like that, 22 cents. Then it went up to 27 cents. Now it's back down to 26, consolidating around that area right now. In my opinion, I think it could go down again. I think people are going to FOMO in very lightly, and I think it's going to go up to 27 max, 28, something like that. I could be wrong. I'm not a chart reader, but what it looks like to me is that it could go down again. There's a big possibility. XRP is at 64 cents right now. It was at 65, went down a little bit. So I don't know about this here. See, I typically am not concerned with these tiny fluctuations in price. I don't care if it was at 50 cents or 60 or 70. It makes no difference to me. Matter of fact, I make money on the way down. If that price goes down, I'm buying, no problem. Because until the banks get the clear, right? They get the go ahead from regulatory clarity, we're not going to see the parabolic runs that long holders are waiting for anyway. That's what we're waiting for. That's what's important. So until we have that, nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. These tiny price fluctuations, I mean, I guess they're for retail investors who are day traders, not Ahab investors hunting the white whale, trying to make those millions. So I typically won't be moved by any of this chart activity here. And I think a lot of my viewers feel the same way. But once we hear that we have regulatory clarity, then it's time to watch those charts. Then it's time to start expecting the parabolic run. It's going to have stacks of money so high. It's ridiculous. You'll be buying private yacht. You might even buy yourself private beach. Maybe you're smart. You want to save a little money. You're going to rent a private beach. Some of you are going to have private planes, mansion, with your own private road with a gate. Make sure all those people out there that sold can't get in your property. No. You sold. You sold your XLM. You stay outside the gate. You over there? Did you have some XLM? You XLM millionaire? Come on, come right in. We're having a party. Don't even worry about it. Champagne on the house. No. We're gonna let you. Don't worry. We're gonna let you into the party. Don't worry about that. But man. But that's what we're waiting for. Regulatory clarity, okay? Stellar does have to still work with a lot of regulatory bodies, and they are. Danelle Dixon has been keeping you informed and doing a great job, but they're sufficiently decentralized, both a positive for the temptation to be sparked for the central banks, and it's also a positive when it comes to incoming regulations from the SEC, which is going to be devastating for many crypto. Please know what you hold. Know if it has functionality, utility. Because when there's regulatory clarity, a lot of crypto are going to suffer. So just keep that in mind. XRP, Algorand, XLM, they're going to be golden coins, man. Golden coins. I believe Cello is going to do well also. Like I said, has a low circulating supply. I keep a close eye on Cello. Their circulating supply is not high enough to be a banking coin, in my opinion. I mean, I think Cello could go parabolic first, honestly. Because of this low circulating supply. It doesn't have billions, right? It's like 400. Let me not say that. I might say the wrong thing. I think it's like 400 million circulating supply for a banking coin. What? So, hey, I'm keeping a close eye on that one. AMP token is looking okay. You know, it was at 4 cents, it's at 6 cents now. Not that it matters. That's not a long hold for me. But I've been seeing some things. They're doing some very good things over at AMP coin. You know, but I don't hold it dear. I don't. So anyway, now that you have that information, what are you going to do with it? I know what I'm going to do with it. And until next time, let's get to the money.